Lawyering while black attorney says deputy profiled him as a suspect at courthouse. A black attorney filed a complaint with a Maryland sheriff's office after he says a deputy racially profiled him by questioning whether he was a lawyer and accusing him of being a suspect. Rashad James, an attorney for Maryland Legal Aid, was in a Harford County District Court earlier this month representing a client who was not present at an expungement hearing when a sheriff's deputy allegedly detained him, the complaint says. James that the incident was surreal, and that a deputy essentially asked him to prove that he was a lawyer. He said it was the if. James and his attorneys called the incident a case of racial. Asked why they thought the incident occurred because of race, attorney Andrew D. Freeman said, "We." The Harford County Sheriff's Office received the complaint earlier this week and assigned it to the Office of Professional Standards for if. Starbucks while black. The alleged incident occurred March 6 after James was successful in the expungement hearing on behalf of his client, according to the complaint. However, James was not able to reach his client, who is also black, and did not know police had a warrant for his client's arrest, the complaint says. As James was leaving, the deputy addressed James with his client's name and asked to speak with him, the complaint alleges. James corrected that's when James was brought to an interview room in the courthouse and asked whether he had a business card or Maryland Bar ID card, neither of which a lawyer is required to carry, and James did not have at the time, the complaint says. Mowing the lawn while black. The deputy was between. The officer then made 2 calls, and James was free to leave some 10 to 15 minutes after the incident began, according to the complaint. He golfing while black. Maryland. James told reporters he's never heard of a situation like this happening to a colleague or another attorney. Crawford called the lengths to which the officer went excessive. This napping while black. Follow USA Today's Ryan Miller on Twitter. This article originally appeared on USA Today.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.